Good Monday to ya, mates. Can I ask you something real quick here? Do you ever feel like you're carrying your life's load alone? Like the world expects you to smile and grind and perform and pivot, all without so much as a pat on the back or even a donut? Yeah, I think that it's safe to say that we've all been there, and maybe we're still there, right? Because somewhere along the line, the old school version of being a tribe or having that tribe way of life got fractured. It used to be you had neighbors you could borrow eggs from and get a life advice from. You had cousins and uncles and aunts and elders within reach. And when you needed help, boom, five folks showed up with a shovel, a casserole, or some duct tape. But now, most of us barely trust our Wi-Fi signals or our nutshell, let alone each other. So here's the thing. This workplace, the one that we're kind of calling ourselves miracle makers, the dream place vision of it, has been on a path of intention to become a new version or the new version of tribe for quite some time now, one that's similar to the old. In fact, the goal is to have this all be a joy place. And I know I've used that term before, as opposed to a workplace. Why not have joy here, right? Where we build trust that serves us best, where we can show up and not just work, but to matter and feel safe about doing it. But let's not sugarcoat it either. Trust is hard, especially when people are used to fending for themselves or have been burnt before. Sound familiar? Or maybe carry feel fear like an invisible backpack, fear of being judged or messing up or being seen or not being seen. But you know what defeats fear? It's not control, it's not rules, it's not a bunch of policies. It's love. Yep, that four-letter word that HR gets all twitchy about. Love. But the real love, the kind that says, I've got your back, even when you're not perfect, or I'm not perfect. And I'll pull the rope with you, even if it's muddy and rainy and dirty. I'll be honest and compassionate, even when it's hard, because I care enough to say something lovingly. I can say my piece without being mean or dissy, knowing that I am heard and not in fear of being scorned. That's the kind of love that is premium to tribe fuel, the old version, that is. So, how about a little tribe goal for us? Let's foster a trust that says we are all committed to doing the right thing. Not just for me or you or a few of us, but for all of us. For all of us playing this game called life. That's how it used to be in the old tribe days. Because the best tribes don't revolve around one star player or star member or the group of elders or owners. No, it's not about titles or power trips or any personal agendas. It's just about the overall journey that is truthful and fair and builds both goodwill and true, trusting, lasting friendships. Sound familiar, you Rotarians? Yeah, the four-way test, right? It's part of our DNA here at Team Miracle too. So, and yes, it can be fun too, right? The fifth part of the four-way test. Especially as we genuinely shine together. And if you're still carrying fear, you're not alone. We all do. But you know what? We can trade it in, not for perfection, but for progress in the process. Yes, one small act of trust, one honest moment, one rope pull. That's how it begins and builds off each more that we do. So let's each take at least one step this week toward this true blue ideal tribe level of trust unconditionally, giving each other that break for our best collective goals. Like maybe you can offer help before being asked, or own a miss without fear, never to be about blame or shame. We all do it, but it's okay. Learn from it, grow from it, right? We all can and we all will. Speak up, yes, but with loving straight talk, not just grumpy, grumbling, complaining type of talk. Humble and compassionate. Choose to believe that we are honestly all trying our best for good. Nobody's trying to steal anything from anybody. That's not the tribe that we are subscribing to here. So, by the way, if it's not going to be a good fit between one or two or more of us, then just like in the old tribal days, it shall lead to a lovingly setting free of each other to not have to do it together on this ride. Maybe another one later on. And no hard feelings. It just is. Sometimes things gel and sometimes they don't. So this is our call to tribe here, the new version of this old version of tribing. And as E.T., my dad, our founder, used to say and share a lot was a good quote from Vince Lombardi that said, you know what? Fear makes cowards of us all. It freezes us. It pushes us apart. So it's not serving. But you know what is? Love. Yes, love pulls us together. It's not just a saying, it's a truth. And our trust in that ideal, that love will pull us together, will keep us there too. I think Shakespeare said something like that. So the choice is ours. We've got to really, really do the right thing in what we are providing. Great buildings here, buildings that can truly help make people's lives better and serve safer. And it starts with us. To be or not to be, to do or not to do, to have and give or not, together with big love. What do you say? Can we do that? Have a great week. Cheers and ciao.